how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. A great day. Today, well, we're right next to Auto Club Speedway over here in Southern California, and I mean, it's literally right here to my left. We're pulling up right now. It's an actual mix of a NASCAR oval and then a road course in the middle. I mean, most tracks over in Southern California or on the West Coast, you don't really find that many NASCAR ovals. This is where a car like this will greatly shine because I can't imagine the speeds we're gonna hit. I mean, the 720S, I believe, hits north of 170 before the embankment. So going that fast and entering the oval, I don't know what's gonna happen. Turning left, entering the event. And there it is, right down that way. You can see the stands, the bleachers of where the track is. So we're gonna be entering the track basically under this little like a tunnel towards way up front. We've now tracked this car at two other tracks, that being with the track set up with the -3 degrees of camber and the Giradisc racing brakes. These brakes are so amazing. I'm so happy I got them because I can now enjoy this car for a much longer period of time without replacing those carbon ceramic rotors and pads. It's been so long because the track has been closed, and finally they've opened it back up, and it's gonna be my first time actually here in well over a year. The last time I was here was with my Shelby GT350R, and there's a blue Porsche GT3, and the weather is perfect outside. It's 66 degrees. I'll be honest, the tires are worn. You know, we've got multiple track days on these tires. But it should be still a lot of fun. We should be able to feel the car out, and they're doing an actual karting race. That's not a karting race, that's a actual RC race over there. Can you imagine being the pro RC racer? That's gotta be so much fun. Here we go, entering Auto Club Speedway. There is the NASCAR oval down that way, and we have so many cool cars here today. And as you can see over there, I've got the Mclaren parked away on the side next to the track, and I am super pumped up because I've never ran this car here, and I always wanted to run my 2020 GT500 here, but unfortunately this track was closed. And with that much horsepower, I mean, on the main straightaway, we should be getting, I'd say, north of 160 miles an hour. And with that kind of speed, and then entering a NASCAR oval that is embanked, right? It's gonna be, I feel like we're gonna have a ton of G-forces just hitting us, right? And as always, did bring out the CA Corvette as a camera car. It is not going out on track because, come on, look how good that looks. And I will be selling this car, so I'm taking it easy on it, being very gentle because, come on, it looks brand new, and it's been a champ for me the entire time. The car's been completely bulletproof, and if you are interested in getting a CA Corvette, especially to track it, this is probably the best car for you right here because it's been so perfect, and yes, it has a track camber all around, so the thing is a beast. Anyways, though, back to the Mclaren. This is gonna be my first session ever on this track with this car, and as you know, on this channel, I do want to share with all of you exactly what it's gonna be like because I've made crazy transitions over all the years, that being going from like the GT350R, which I've tracked so much here, and that car felt so much fun because it was front engine and also had over 500 horsepower purely NA. Then we got into the GT500, right, the track pack and base model. We tracked that car everywhere, but this is gonna be the fastest car I've ever driven on this racetrack. This is a proper mid-engine supercar, so the driving dynamics are gonna be completely different than what I'm used to on this racetrack. We've had a crazy journey getting this car, and finally it is completely set up with the right brakes, that being the Giradisc, that are 100% purely swap on from the carbons. So I just pull out the carbon ceramics, put these on, and we do have the official Giradisc sprint brake pads, which are lasting great. We've gone to Willow Springs with them, and also Laguna Seca, but we're a really cool Porsche GT4 right there. Owner is a really cool guy, and he's going out right now. He was at the last Willow Springs track day I was at, and man, the GT4, the Close Sport GT4 is such a great car. Here's where I'm very, very concerned, and it's that you can see with these tires, they are used. You know, we have multiple track days on these tires, two other hardcore track days. They're getting pretty low. So on track, we're not gonna be getting the same performance as we would normally with in terms of grip. So we gotta dial it back a little bit, but still we can go very fast and get a good feel for the car with this setup. The key things I want you to consider. First off, this car weighs sub 3,000 pounds, so less than 3,000 pounds. And we have like 600 horsepower, and it is the LT, just like a 75 LT. It's got the track treatment. So you know what, let's hop inside and see what it can do. And right now, all I'm doing is checking the oil level, the oil status, which is all electronic. Put your foot on the gas pedal and then left foot on the brake pedal. and then just give throttle for about, I think, like 40 seconds. It's so cool how they do this. I mean, no need to getting out of the car to check your oil level.
to get a good gap. Up. Alrighty, so then a 146.3. That's good. I'll take that.
Alrighty, so just finished up my last session for the day. It was a short one. I arrived very late today, so I got 2 sessions in. First session, just filling up the car. Second session, giving it more and more speed. In general, I cannot describe how fun this car is. I can't begin to, because the way it feels. I mean, the best way I can describe it, and it's that #1 term we always hear, it's driver's car, right? This is a proper driver's car, and you notice it everywhere in the racetrack. We're going way over 160 on that main straightaway, and then letting off and getting in that corner, you can feel the downforce work. It's not a crazy amount of downforce like we have with a Senna or a 765 LT, but what this car does have, it's got balance. It's got the right amount of horsepower for the level of grip that it provides for. The mechanical grip is one thing that you really notice, and I mean you really notice it on track. Hope you guys can still hear me because it's getting pretty windy outside. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that this is a car that comes alive the harder you drive it, and barely even driving it hard actually, just playing around and getting a feel for the car at this track, we're already getting 146s. And that's not even pushing it, because you got to realize our tires, they're heat cycled, they're at their end, 3 track days, pushing hard, and it still feels like a ton of fun. That's what you notice with this car, is that with the good years, even though that you can still see tread on them, sometimes the grip goes away just because of them being heat cycled so many times. And again, massive shout out to Elite Finish and S-Tech, because all this track rubber comes right off just by moving your fingers over the PPF everywhere. So it may look like a big deal right now, all this rubber, but come on, as you can see, it's right off the car. And check this out, so cool to see another CA Corvette at the track. We used to be the only one for a long time, or mid last year. Anyways though, this car is completely decked out for the racetrack. It is owned by Rick Bailey. You can see his license plate in the back called 4 Track Day. Anyways, he's got a YouTube channel, and he documents all his track experiences with the CA Corvette. And what makes this car very interesting is what he's running for the tires and also the brakes. So bending down, he has 265 Hoosier R7s, that's a much wider tire than my C8 has. The C8 has 245s up front, and then not just that, he's running Gyarados brakes. So in general, massive upgrade from the stock one-piece rotors and the OEM pads, because he also has Carbotech, I believe, XP12s, and from what he's telling me, it's a massive upgrade for track use. And I gotta say, for my time having the Gyarados on my Mclaren, they've been so great. I can threshold brake so close just to the last point available for the corner, and the car slows down just in time and rotates so well for each corner. The thing in general is so much fun, and so is the CA Corvette. That's a really cool shot behind me. So we've got my red C8 way back there, the Mclaren, right? And then we've got the shadow gray CA Corvette right here. Going apex to apex with the CA Corvette, getting on power and tracking out. The back end, it's so hooked up being mid-engine now. The thing, it loves to exit corners really hard. The whole thing, it just feels so balanced and predictable, which is why I'm so pumped and excited to see what Chevrolet, Corvette Racing, is getting ready to give us next. You hear the term supercar, right? The supercar cliche, but in all honesty, I understand it now. I used to think, well, this car looks really cool, it's fast, it's gotta be a supercar, but it's almost like the Superman mentality, because when I get behind the wheel of the 600 LT and I don't even push, I just have fun with it and work on rotating the car corner to corner, the lap times that we're getting, it's blowing me away. In all honesty, I don't know how it's doing it. And that right there is where the whole supercar thing comes from, I think. Because like if you were Superman, the things that you can do would be extraordinary. If you're on the fence but getting an exotic, like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, from my experience, at least with the 600 LT, the track focus variant has just been at home out here. And the carbon fiber tub, the chassis with it, it's just so rigid. And then corner to corner, what I love about it is that a lot of cars have issues turning in tightly for slow speed corners. But weirdly, what's really cool about this car is that since it does not have a normal limited slip differential, what it does use is a brake steer to rotate the rear end of the car into each corner. So then you may not even realize it, but the car is actually applying brake force to individual sides of the vehicle to help you turn in harder, faster, and tighter. And it really, really makes me proud to see what's going to come next from especially Chevrolet, because this is their first go at a mid-engine car. If Chevrolet takes what you have when it comes to an exotic like a Mclaren, and then they learn from it, I truthfully believe that they can make this car super, super fast for the racetrack. If you are in the order list for a new Z06 or something like that, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I'd love to hear what all you have to say, especially regarding when that car will probably come out. I cannot wait to see it. A few key things I want to highlight. Yes, I was experiencing understeer a little bit today, which is why I wasn't going that fast on the oval, and that's because the tires, they've lost the sticky substance, I'd say, on the outer layer. It's towards the end of its life, all four tires actually. So in general, this is going to be the last track day, I think, for these tires for the time being. Next time around, though, we'll have much more grip. With new Goodyears on this car, there's no understeer. So no matter what you do with it, the thing will rotate, and that is what I like. I don't like understeer, I like oversteer. I'll be honest, this car is a bit harder to catch than the C8 Corvette is when it kicks out. But the key thing to think about is that every vehicle is different, right? And in general, this car, when it does kick out the tail end, it is a quick experience. The tail does fly fast. Once you get used to it, you'll understand what the car is asking from you, what it'll do. And in that sense, you learn what the LT means, the ethos behind it. And then here's that crazy embanked corner that it is trippy when you first start going through it. Personally, I just didn't feel comfortable going all out or very fast in it today with my tires, because the cars, it's very expensive, you know? And then you start experiencing the whole risk versus reward factor, right? With new tires, yeah, go all out. Did I fly by? Anyway, so when you're at the state that I'm at right now with very used tires, it becomes more so just having fun, you know, learn the car. And the more you learn a car, the more confident you'll feel with it. Really cool seeing the 765 LT out here, though. You don't see very many of them. They're such new cars, and they're so incredible. As you know, if you see the previous video, Jeff put down a sub 130 lap time, beat the GT2RS actually. But I think today, the 765 LT owner was putting down like 143 lap time, is telling me, which that's a really good lap time. We're about like 3 seconds off. And seeing the acceleration, he was hauling. Super cool guy, by the way. A really cool guy to meet. And GT350. That's where I came from. That's where I started, right? The R at this track. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button to help me out. Also subscribe for much more great videos coming your way, especially on the racetrack. And while you do that, hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all new videos coming out. Anyways, so I'll see all of you in the next episode.